Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home. Welcome to Diet Digest Daily. I'm your host. The U.S. government's dietary guidelines are about to be updated, and nutrition experts have been weighing in on what Americans should eat more of: beans, peas, and lentils, and less of red meat, starchy vegetables, and saturated fats. But what's surprising is that the 20-member panel didn't take a stand on ultra-processed foods, which are linked to health problems. They're not saying anything about balancing calories either, which is a major challenge for many Americans. According to Marion Nestle, a food policy expert, this looks like every other set of dietary guidelines since 1980. Eat your veggies and reduce consumption of foods high in salt, sugar, and saturated fat. But she's also pointing out that overconsumption of calories from ultra-processed foods is the biggest challenge to the health of Americans. So what does the new guidance say? A healthy diet for people aged 2 years and older should be higher in vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, whole grains, fish, and vegetable oils that are higher in unsaturated fat. It's lower in red and processed meats, sugar-sweetened foods and beverages, refined grains, and saturated fat. And it may also include fat-free or low-fat dairy and plant-based foods. This new guidance is also the first to consider factors like household income, race, ethnicity, and culture when recommending healthy diets. Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, a Massachusetts General Hospital obesity expert, calls this approach a health equity lens, saying it will help ensure that the guidance reflects and includes various population groups. But what about ultra-processed foods? The panel considered more than 40 studies, but they had concerns with the quality of the research, leaving them to conclude that there's not enough evidence to make recommendations. This decision is likely to bump up against the views of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has questioned potential conflicts of interest among members of the Dietary Guidelines panel. The new guidance also doesn't revise recommendations on limiting alcohol intake. Instead, two groups, the National Academies of Science, Engineering and Medicine, and a committee of the government agency that oversees substance abuse, are expected to release reports in the coming months on the effects of moderate alcohol use. Finally, the scientific report concludes that nutrition-related chronic health conditions and their precursors continue to threaten health through the lifespan. That's a sobering message, but also a call to action for Americans to make healthier choices. As Dr. Peter Lurie, president of the advocacy group Center for Science in the Public Interest, says, broadly, I think these are well-formulated recommendations that the incoming administration would do well to adopt. That's all for today on Diet Digest Daily. Thanks for joining us.